Welcome back. SV Math Teach here again, reminding you to like and subscribe if you're enjoying what you're seeing. And today, let's work on the Y-intercept. Now this should be a nice quick video because the Y-intercept is a very simple concept. If you're looking at a graph like I have here, in fact I have 3 of them, the Y-intercept is quite literally where does your line, in this case the purple one, touch the Y-axis, and that's the up and down or the vertical line. And in my first example, the Y-intercept, or my line touches my Y-axis, it intercepts the axis at 1. So we would just write 1. And the second one, it touches it at -1, right? It's this point right there. I'll zoom way in. It's that point right here. So -1. And here, +1 again, right? So the lines can angle up and right, they can angle down and right, they can be steep, they can be shallow, it doesn't matter. The Y-intercept is simply a location where your diagonal line, if it's diagonal, is going to touch the Y-axis. Now, a more mathy way to describe this would be the Y-intercept is the Y value when x equals 0. So if you were to look at a table of values, for example, all you would have to do is look at where does x equal 0, and then its y value, that's the Y-intercept. That's really, really easy when working with tables of values. Now I have one other example here, because identifying what the Y-intercept is normally not a big deal, but oftentimes understanding what it represents is a big deal. And here I have a couple different bits of data. I have months compared to money saved of somebody, right? So we've just made up some data here that every month it looks like this person, whoever they are, put some money aside. How much money do they put aside each month? That is not the objective of the Y-intercept, right? That sounds like slope to me. So if I looked at the blue dot, which is your Y-intercept, and I wanted to know how much money I was gaining each month, that's not Y-intercept, that's slope. The Y-intercept is just this point right here, right? Y-axis, 100. What is the Y-intercept? It is 100. Now, the question says, what does the Y-intercept represent? Well, let's go ahead and say what it represents. Let's simply look down to below the 0, to below that dot, and that's 0 months. So the 100 is at 0 months. And then what is the 100? Well, we look over here. It's how much money we have saved. So I'm going to put $100 saved at 0 months. So that's what it represents, right? The Y-intercept represents I have $100 saved at 0 months. Another way to say that, which is very, very common in word problems, is we begin with $100. So the Y-intercept is oftentimes the beginning value or the value at the start of a problem.